Yeah, I was just saying earlier, Mark, about, so you're sort of in awe a little bit your first few opens as to who comes onto the range. I was saying 1980 was at Muirfield for me, and I went on the range and I was so scared I couldn't hit past a 6-iron. You thought, I'm not going to hit a 3 here and shank it down right and take somebody out. So, and then all of a sudden I hear this thudding shots behind me, just thudding shots, different sound. And I turned around and it was Jack Nicklaus hitting balls, and it was, you've been near and watching him hit balls, it's a different sound, Mark.
Yes, I have a very similar Jack Nicklaus story actually from Troon, the Open Championship at Troon, and I was hitting balls and there was kind of a kerfuffle behind me, and I thought, who is it? I don't want to look behind me, but I had to, over my right shoulder, and Jack and Jimmy Dickinson had arrived. Jack Nicklaus behind me, put his balls down, started his balls. I shanked the first 3 shots. And Jimmy Dickinson was...
And that was with the putter.
Yes. And Jimmy Dickinson was looking at me thinking, what's wrong with Rowie? What's wrong with him? So he was so sweet at the time. He went, Rowie, can I introduce you to Jack? Just because he knew I was shaking like a leaf. And that was really nice.
Were you playing with him, or was it just an introduction?
No, just an introduction for 5 minutes, and it was still one of the thrills of my life,
Most definitely.
Well, Bryson pounding away, isn't he? Let's take a look at the flat carry. Can't really see what club he's got. Hang on, there were 223, 146 ball speed. Hang time 6.8. I'm going to say, I'm going to shock here, but I think that could be a 6-iron.
Do you think it
yes,
could be?
Yes, downwind slightly off the right, 223, could be a 6-iron.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Bit of right to left on it.
Yeah. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy, isn't it? When we think of our distances over the years. Yes, the ball technology changed. Yes, the club technology changed, and Bryson has forearms like my legs. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's incredible power when you see it, and when the compression on the golf ball is a different sound.
It is.
Might be 7-iron.
Yes. Golf clubs, his irons all the same length.
All the same
bizarre,
length.
Isn't it? Let that one drift a little to the right there.
Yeah, curve there, 3 feet. That's obviously important, isn't it? As you say, there's a bit of breeze off the right. Is he hitting a soft draw? No, he's really hitting a straight shot, and the wind's just moving it that little bit.
If you were playing into a right to left breeze, would you try and hold shots up, or how would you play, Mark?
I think that depends, but my given choice on a links golf course in links conditions and strong winds was always never to ride it on the wind, because you lose control of it. Firm, hard, bouncy conditions, I would always be trying to sort of shape it into it to control it.
So you would have...
two clubs more, probably.
Yeah, definitely. But you wouldn't use the wind as your friend, so to speak. You'd try and fight it.
Yes, I would do on a tee shot, perhaps, when I wanted distance. Yeah, I'd let the wind take it, obviously, because I want distance. But iron shots and wedge shots in particular, short iron shots, I'm always trying to cut them and feather them and hold them.
Yeah. Well, some of these players might go. What are we now? Coming up for 5:15. They might go out and play a few more holes. It's certainly light till very late.
Well, it's actually not a bad part of the day, really, is it? There's what we call a gentle links breeze. I mean, that would be anything up to 20-25 miles an hour.
If you were exempt, Mark, for the Open Championship, back in the day, you used to qualify on a Sunday and a Monday. The Scottish Open used to finish on the Saturday. Would you, if you were exempt, would you be here on a Monday?
No. But in all honesty, there were not too many years where I was exempt from my Order of Merit position, my Race to Dubai position as such. So I did either have to qualify at the Scottish, which I did 2 or 3 times actually, when you had the spots as they did last week as well. Got through that way, and also I went to the qualifying. I had a couple of playoffs. I got through in a couple of playoffs as well. So therefore, that's taking care of your Sunday and your Monday, your Monday and your Tuesday. So. No, I think Monday's a rest day for me, but I don't think they'll be doing much. I mean, they're just getting a feel, aren't they, for hitting a few balls and making sure there's no little niggles anywhere in the body and everything's running well. He's just hitting 3/4 shots here. These are very soft, 164 ball speed. We're talking about a player that when he gets his drive rack can get up into the 190s. Easy, lazy power, Bryson.
Well, it's great. We've got a sort of a top tracer, it's called, following the flight of this ball. That always gives you a very good idea of what's going on. He's not happy with these. He's just hoiking these a little left.
You got the apex at 119 there. A lot of the players will be on the range working on what I call wind shots. You know, they'll be working on trying to change the flight, keep the ball down. They might even be adjusting the loft on some of the clubs. The driving iron's very important. These sort of two, what we used to call a 1 iron, but it's now a 2 iron, strong 2 irons, strong 3 irons, that these guys can get running. They can keep the apex of the flight down under 60 feet, get it running, chasing, use the ground contours. Very useful club to have in links golf.
Did you slow your swing down in the wind?
No, I didn't really think about that, to be honest with you. I love playing in the wind.
I loved playing in the wind.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely loved it.
Hated rain.
Rain I couldn't stand, but I think we're pretty much the same, aren't we? You have to put all those waterproofs on and all that. A bit of foot.
I love watching his feet.
Movement, yeah.
I love the footwork. Oh, hang on. Just saying it's... I was just saying there, look at that. I said it's quite a nice sort of early evening, and then comes the rain again. It's almost impossible, particularly it's quite heavy as it comes.
It's like April showers, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There's that little sort of almost like a toe heel quick sort of step that gets him going. That's his rhythm tool. 1 or 2 players do that. They said Ben Hogan used to tap his from toes to his heels during his swing, and lightning in the area.
Yeah.
Off you go. Can't stay out there.
No, if there's lightning around, you have to immediately leave the course, leave the range, leave the putting green, and take cover.
Guessing Bryson hasn't heard the hooter, because he's just, no, I'm carrying on. If lightning strikes me, it'll make no difference. Look at that. Yeah. That is a moody sky coming in.
It is, but you know, it's a good tip, isn't it, for the, you see Bryson DeChambeau, they're just hovering the club head just above the ground behind the ball to give yourself a nice solid one-piece takeaway.
Yes, yeah.